All right, so I think I'm recording. Let's take a look at these inequalities. We want to solve these. Thing to keep in mind is that when you multiply or divide by a negative number, you're going to have to change the direction of the inequality. So we want to step by step try to get x by itself, and we want to write our final answer using interval notation. So if we take a look here at number 5, we have 65 over 72 minus 5x over 2 is less than or equal to, let's distribute this negative 5/3 to each term. Uh, 5 times 13 is what, 65? And that's 18. So let's get a common denominator then of 72, I believe. Let's see. Yeah. All right. So this first term has the denominator that I want. The second term over here, we'll multiply this by the number 1, but we'll write 1 as 36 divided by 36. On the right-hand side, we need a denominator of 72, so we'll multiply by the number 1, but we'll write 1 as 24 over 24. And then, again, we need a denominator of 72, so we'll write this as 4 over 4. All right, so that gets us a positive 72 as a common denominator to every term. So if I multiply both sides of this inequality by positive 72, all the denominators will cancel, and I have 65 minus, I do not know what 36 times 5 is. Yes, I do, 180. And 24 times 5, negative 120. And 65 times 4, 260. So let's subtract 65 from each side, and 260 minus 65 is 195. Let's add 120x to both sides, and we have negative 60x here. Let's take 195, divide it by negative 60, and write that as an improper fraction. So when I divide by a negative number, the inequality is going to change directions, and 195 divided by negative 60 reduces to negative 13 over 4. So if I want to write that in interval notation, I put a bracket and then write negative 13 over 4, comma, all the way out to positive infinity. And there's my solution set for number 5. Let's shrink this up a little bit so I'll have more room for number 6. So if we take a look at number 6, Let's leave the left-hand side alone for a minute. We've got 11x divided by 5 minus 61 over 24. If I distribute this negative 7 over 6 to both terms, what do I have? Well, I have a positive 56 x over 30 minus 77 over 24. So 30 is 6 times 5, which is 2 times 3 times 5. 24 is 8 times 3. So if for the denominator that I want then is going to be 120, my least common denominator, I want 2 cubed times 3 times 5. Let's double check. 8 times 15 is, 120. All right. That's just scratch work. So let's take this 11x over 5 and we'll multiply it by the number 1, but we'll write 1 as 24 over 24. We've got minus 61 over 24. We'll multiply it by the number 1, but we'll write 1 as 5 over 5. We have 56. Why did I put an equal sign there? I don't know. I guess just habit. So you got to pay attention to what you're doing. I'm probably not paying enough attention. 56x over 30 times 1, but we're going to write 1 as 4 over 4. And then minus 77 over 24. We're going to multiply that by the number 1. And we're going to write 1 as 5 over 5. So now every term has the same denominator. If we multiply every term by 120, since 120 is positive, the inequality will not change direction, and we'll have 24 times 11, which my calculators tell me 264 minus 61 times 5, 305, is that? Yeah. $56 times 4, 224, x, minus 77 times 5, 385. All right, so let's get the x by itself. If we subtract 224x from each side, what will we have? 40x. And if we add 305 to each side, we'll have negative 80, I believe. If we divide both sides by a positive 40, we'll have x is less than negative 2. And written in interval notation, that would be negative infinity all the way up to negative 2, excluding negative 2, so I need a parenthesis, not a bracket there. And there's my answer written in interval notation. So I hope that helps. Ask questions as needed, and I will talk to you later. Bye.